Alright guys, before we get into the video, let's talk about futtrading.co.uk. Every single method you see in my videos can be found over on the website with buying and selling prices for almost every single card on the game. £10 a month gets you access to tier 1 buying prices. That's icons, special cards, silvers and Thursday flips. For £15 a month, you get access to tier 2. That gives you live filters, gold chem styles, UCL cards, and our amazing area of fluctuations where the market is continually monitored for highs and lows. You guys are then notified when to buy low and buy and sell high, basically. A really easy way to make coins. We've recently introduced a tier 3 thanks to you guys asking for us to develop a bot. Basically, we came up with a program and what it does is it pings you every single minute pretty much. I think it's every 3 minutes. You will get pings telling you when cards are low and what to sell those cards for. I'm going to show you an example of that now. I'll be right back. Alright guys, and this is the area of the Discord for tier 3 users. As you can see, it is pinging you guys with the current price of these cards and the live target sell price. You have to cross-reference that with what the sell price has been recently and use some of your own market knowledge, but this runs 24 hours a day to make sure you guys are getting continual deals that you can keep making coins from. The legitimate way, a new ping's just come up right there for new cards that you can go out right now, buy and sell. So check it out, get involved, futtrading.co.uk, but for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below and make sure you turn notifications so you never miss an upload. Don't forget, as always, to check out the morning upload, the brand new RTG. We're 2 weeks into that account. Yesterday's RTG was brilliant. I included commentary over the gameplay like you guys had asked me to do, and I really enjoyed doing that. We've also started Weekend League, like I say, 10 and 3. And some really good trading, some really good coins made there. League SBC packs as well. Everything you guys want from an RTG is right there. But today's video, this video is a continuation of us trading to Prime R9 moments, which we're making good headway on. But really in this video, what I want to do is break down the best trading methods you guys should be using this weekend to make coins. Again, across all budgets. It includes filters. It's stuff we've gone over before at different times, but I want to show you the filters at the moment that are very, very hot, that are making very good coins for me and for other people in Discord. So you guys have got that there. And I want to spread it over multiple budgets and also give you the tools in terms of the filters that you should be using or the ways in which you would go and do certain parts of trading. So some of you guys ask about the best filters for icon trading. They don't exist in my opinion. But what you can do is set your transfer targets up in a perfect way to give yourself the best opportunity of making coins. Now, what I will say about trading, it does require a little bit of work. Whether you like it or you don't, it requires a bit of work. If you're looking for sniping filters or anything like that, then the best people you can go and look for are sniping guys. I'm here to teach you guys how to actually trade in the game and utilize all the tools that are in front of you, all the tools on the internet. So, we'll start off with low budget stuff. I'll be right back. Alright guys, you might be asking, why are we sat here? For low budget, this supply is crucial. So, every single day, for the first sort of 2 or 3 days, but every day throughout the promo, you're going to get promo packs on this game. There's going to be lightning rounds, there's going to be packs in the store, and these are your best friend. The reason for that is they mass supply so much stuff onto the market and there's profit there to be made. So I want to give you a little bit of example. This morning I updated the website and we have a gold chem style area, which is where we teach people to trade with gold cards and them having shadows and hunters on them. Yesterday, at late update, Wan-Bissaka was down at 3.5k with a shadow on him. This morning he's back up at 5,000 coins. That's about 1,500 quid profit per card that anyone bought yesterday, okay? It's a lot of coins for what you're spending anyway. For 3.5k to get nearly 50% back on your return on investment, it's very, very good. At 6 PM every day, the market gets absolutely hammered with supply. We get loads and loads and loads of supply. That is your opportunity to make coins on a low budget. And the coins are pretty much instantaneous. Once that supply calms down and ends, overnight you're able to discard. So let's talk about what we're looking at. Straight away, the obvious one is fodder. So if you look, for example, right now on the market, and I don't know, let's look at PK. PK right now has X amount of demand in him. And that demand means that right now PK is 20-odd thousand. Let's have a little look. We'll get down lower. PK is about 22,500 with the demand we have on the game currently. Okay. Now, at 6 PM tonight, we may get supply that will increase PK's need or want or whatever fodder you're going to be looking at. Any fodder card whatsoever can be affected by content at 6 PM. You can straight up go and buy these cards with a rough estimate of what they're selling for right now. And if you want a rough estimate, you don't even need to search the game. Go onto Google and type in cheapest player by rating FUTBIN and it brings up a chart of all the cheapest fodder for each rating on this game. You can use that chart as a reference point for 6 PM. Now, the thing you've got to be mindful of is if there's no extra good supply or demand for any sort of decent fodder, the fodder will keep going down. So you want to wait until the end of the supply. So usually about 8 p.m. That's when it's cheapest to buy fodder, because we've had lightning rounds at 6, at 7, at 8. Plus then the promo packs they leave on the game. They leave like they're there. They've 10 100k packs. You want to leave those there, and that's when you want to go and buy them because fodder is low at that point. But the big play here is always with chem styles. So if a little look at Wan-Bissaka right now, when we talk about trading with chem styles, we're looking to buy these cards based upon the fact that they've got a value on them. Like I've said before, they've got a value on them along with a shadow of X amount. So Wan-Bissaka right now, he's climbed this. Look, since I did the updates half an hour ago, and he's up another K. So right now Wan-Bissaka is about 6,200 at a low on the market. Okay. Last night when he came out, his shadow card came down with him. But his shadow card's actually selling for 7,800 coins as a minimum. I could buy that and list it up to 800, so. As a minimum. So if you look last night, when Wan-Bissaka got dragged down, including with a shadow, you were able to pick him up at 4.5k. He's now 4,000 coins more expensive than he was last night. You're able to make that per card. So good cards to work with this. Manolas is very good. Wan-Bissaka is very good. Semedo is very good. Fred from Manchester United, very, very good. Llorente from Atletico Madrid. Valverde from Real Madrid. Zakaria, especially right now, Zakaria will be very good. These are good cards to work with those cards, with those filters. And again, all you've really got to do is think of those players in the game that you know people still run with. Mendy, for example. People still run left-back Mendy, left, right, and centre in their teams. Varane. These are cards that people do it with. And when these cards plummet in price, people list up their own ones with shadows on them when they come up in price. If you look, Wan-Bissaka is 2,000 coins more expensive, but shadows rarely cost that anymore. But it's just laziness. It's ease of doing it. Moreover, if you look at the attacking players, people like Gabriel Jesus, who else? Even Aspas. These sort of cards do quite well with hunters and position changes. So if you look at Gabriel Jesus, for example, let's have a little look at him right now. Assuming he's not that expensive, but we'll have a little look. So right now, Gabriel Jesus is in and around, I don't know, about 6.5, I reckon, something like that. 6,700 is the cheapest Gabriel Jesus you can get on the game as a standard. Hunter-wise, if we had a hunter to that, he's 6,800. These are all biased later in the day. But if you look at these cam here, these cam hunters, okay? I just want to see what he is with a cam hunter. They're not that much more expensive. Enough to go cam, hunter. So I'm going to buy both of these. And I can guarantee at some point today, these cam hunters will sell the 8,400 at the moment. 8,500 at the moment. I'm going to list them up for 8,400. So we're looking at a give or take, not sure, of 1,000 quid profit per card. And you can do this at 6 p.m. So you can buy them in at 6 p.m. But you can flip them right now. Always can flip them right now. Again, you can have a little look at Llorente, for example. Marcus Llorente's card. Don't know what he's selling for at the moment, but he won't be masses. Okay, he's up higher than I thought he'd be, not gonna lie. But this is a sign that this card's good to trade with. He's an 82 rated card, but still quite expensive. That tells you that he's still usable and people are still using him. There's still demand. So 3,800 coins from Marcus Llorente. If I look at him with a shadow now. The cheapest one right now is 4,000 coins. I guarantee you I can sell this for 5,800. I'll probably sell it for a little bit more. But that's cam and shadow. But we'll list them up for 5,800 because I look at the next one. Next price is upwards. I'm going to buy that one just not to risk it. So there you go. Right now, there's only one, which is 10,000 coins. You probably wouldn't sell for 10,000 coins. We're going to add them to transfer targets. But usually 2,000 coins is what you can charge more. But bear in mind, if you go on the market and you see Manolas and there's loads of 1,000 coins or above, 1,000 coins away from it, that's probably what his price is for it. But finally, we also need to talk about silvers at a low budget, without a doubt. These are doing very well right now. And the ones that are doing the best are La Liga Santander and arguably the Premier League. Huesca strikers are some of my favourite cards to trade with on this game right now. They really are. So 3,000 coins on that Danny S. I think it's a Screechet, is how you pronounce that, but I'm not actually sure. But the minimum they're selling for on Xbox right now is 3,000 coins. So I know that. I keep an eye on that. Again, if you're on the website, these prices are there for you. Don't worry. Centre mids, again, have a little look. I've got a rough idea. But even there's one that's on bid. I can bid on this one. And then CDMs are very, very good right now as well. Have a little look at these. 2008, 2002. We can buy that one. Flip it on for 2.7. And you can keep doing this all day, making profit. And there's no reason why you can't make 200, 300k a day if you really want to make it. Elche are very good as well. The only problem you've got with Elche is they're mad expensive and a lot of time they're actually extinct. But I don't think we can see it in a moment. But if you can see, they're very, very high. But sometimes you'll see a 4K pop up. But again, if it's 6 PM, we get silver supply. That's your play. Other really good filters right now. Premier League, Aston Villa centre-backs are doing very, very well at the moment. Flipping the same way I just showed you. Leeds, centre-backs, left-backs doing very, very well. Midfielders and striker doing very, very well. Interleague right now, Angers strikers, as always, are doing very well. And Stade Brestois defenders are doing very well. They're very good for a low budget, the Brestois defenders. You can pick them up for 500-600 coins a lot of the time. Flip them on for 800 to 1,000. Even more if they're up higher. I don't know where they are at the moment. But yeah, they're in and around that mark there. Like, you can pick the 750 up for the centre-back. You've got one there at 1,2, one there at 1,2, one there at 1,000. So you can list this one up for maybe 3 hours at that 1,1. And if you do that for those cards, again, 50% return on investment. You start at 50k, you turn it to 75k. And then finally, other good filters for you right now. Benevento defenders, Crotone, midfielders, defenders, attackers. But they're all your low budget stuff. Let's look at the medium budget stuff. I'll be right back. Alright, so I should mention, even if you have a medium budget, don't discount doing this stuff that is low budget. It will make you very good coins either way. Even if, let's say, you spend up some of your coins, you've got a little bit left, go and flip silvers, go and work with gold chem stars, it will help you. But really the plays at the moment, for those of you that are looking with medium budget, are going to be the TOTS cards themselves. So the ones that have been packed currently. And outside of that, the cards that link to those players. There's going to be a demand throughout the whole of today, including when you're watching this video, for cards that link to them as people build weekend league teams or just pack these players and want to link them up in general. So, you guys saw me buy Gunter's yesterday, and I haven't got out of him yet, and it's probably a bit of an error on my part. I decided to get greedy and wait when he was up. But Gunter took a massive hit yesterday. But he is still very much sought after, because he's a German left-back from the Bundesliga that links to the German players. Now, all you're doing is looking, basically, for any undercuts on these cards to flip them on. But I wouldn't go looking for specific cards. What I would think about doing is going, I don't know, let's have a little look at Foot Birthday. And then we'll go League Bundesliga. And you'll just get an idea of all the Foot Birthdays from that league that there are and what they're currently selling for. So you can get yourself a rough idea of where these cards are at and what they're doing. Because all you want is a rough estimate of price. So you can go to Hwang Hee-chan, you can compare price on him. And go, okay, cool. And then what you do is you take all these cards and you put a little spreadsheet together of what they sell for and how much they're selling for and how consistent it sells. So let's say you go to Hwang Hee-chan, for example. So let's go Hwang Hee-chan. Let's go. His Foot Birthday card. So you get a rough idea that Hwang Hee-chan at a low is 35k. What I then do throughout the days, I just go and have a little look and I see what he's currently selling for and I work with the fluctuation on that card. Because there's going to be some sort of demand for him. Now he's up. I want to see where he's up from. Because yesterday I was seeing this card quite low. I don't think anyone was that interested in him. But he does link to people like Savitsa. It's still a relatively usable card, this card. I don't understand why it's not had the love that some other cards have had this year. But Hwang Hee-chan at the moment, it says he's 35 there, the last. Yeah, so from yesterday or for earlier week, he's up from 27k to 35k. So he's obviously holding a decent value because he links to Sabitzer and those sort of cards. So I'd be keeping an eye on those. And again, you can then go and do the same thing with Gold Team of the Week, League Bundesliga. And you can work with your budget at first. You can decide what your budget is. So let's say your budget is 50k a card because you have 500k, no more than 10%. You can see which cards are sort of in within your budget, which ones are decent. So you've got Alphonso Davies there, for example. Have a little look. Just flick through Alphonso Davies, see if there's any undercuts there. But be mindful that sometimes you don't even need an undercut. Sometimes you just need a chemistry style to make a difference on him. So I look through here and go, okay, cool. Is there any shadows, hunters? None there, really. There's a hunter there at 40,000, but not that interested in that, I'm not going to lie to you. The RB again, we'll have a little look at him. 46, 36 even, sorry, 35, 35 2. There's a hunter at 37 there. Hunter at 41. So again, if you see Hunter maybe at 35 for DRB, it's not bad. So I'll add into my transfer targets here. And I'll keep DRB there. And if a 35 pops, I know it's probably a decent deal. I could probably go and buy that card. Gunter again here. Seen a little hit because of Roussillon. This hit, in my opinion, doesn't last. Have a little look, flick through. Okay, cool. We'll go with add random 28,001 so it stays there. Keep needing buying it. And I'll keep an eye on it that way. And at a medium budget, you will make very good coins from this. Very, very good coins. The longer this goes on for, the longer you flick through, the more this go up. Upamecano is up monster amounts. I'm going to buy this Upamecano. Have a little look. See what your sales have been. So he's selling at 35k at the moment. So if I show you this now, to show you it working, This is Upamecano's 82 card. You can see he's had sales for 30,000, 34, 35, 35, 35. This is this morning. He's been up in price. The minimum he's selling for is 30,000 coins. Literally took me, what, a minute on Team of the Weeks to go and buy that card. I will list him up for 33,000 coins and make ourselves a decent, nearly 5k profit on that card. Listen to 3 hours because I'm going out. And that's it. That's all you've got to do. Go through, flick through. Delaney, 41. Have a little look at him. 37's there. 33, 31. And again, I can just go and cross-reference and see what Delaney's been selling for today. And see if these are lows on him. Delaney, 86. Market sales history. He sold at 34, 33, 34. So he's been selling around 34. He's had sales of 38. Again, I can flick through and see that it's here for 40, 31, 33, 34. That 34's just sold. So I'm going to go and buy these Delaney's. I'm going to go and buy this 31 for certain. If I can get him when this is gone. I'm going to buy him. I'm going to list him up for 36. And see if we can get 36 for him. I don't know. Again, I'm testing the waters on this to see if it's a good card to buy or good card not to buy. But again, I've seen he's had sales of 38. Again, if I show you this. He had a set of 38 there, 36 there, 35 there. So we'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. But no matter what, I can't really lose coins on that card. Because I bought him at a massive undercut compared to where he was before. And again, I can go and do the same thing with Niakate. Have a little look at him. 42, 43, 39. 39 again. And people are going to underlist these cards because they're going to have bought them and not realise that they've gone up in price. And that's when you can sneak in and buy the card at decent value. Nabry again, 45. There's a 41 there. Any at 30 something I'd be interested in, but none there. But you get the gist. And that's how you want to trade with medium budget at the moment. They're the sort of cards you want to be looking at. As a standard, 10, 20, 30 as always is always a good shout. You guys know about that by now. There's a video down below if you want to learn how to trade with special cards in general, so check that out. But that's medium. Let's talk about high budget now. I'll be right back. And as always, just so you can see before I cut this into the video, Upamecano, Gabriel Jesus, Doumbia, Duvern, all sold. So across all the methods, like I say, this is how you do it. You can pick them up, you can sell them, make profit. So I just thought to make it clear that they do sell. I'd like to show you guys that happening. Back to the video. Alright, so high budget people, you might be wondering why we're sat in front of this. Again, this is something that's crucial for you guys because basically, it's not me sitting here saying icons are spammed onto the market, but we're talking icons here. Icons do get packed quite consistently during lightning rounds, whether it's moments, whether it's primes. You will always see a dip in icon price during lightning rounds before quite a hefty bounce back. During lightning rounds, be looking towards primes and moments. Ideally, in my opinion, no primes. They've got quite a consistent sort of price nowadays. They don't sort of fluctuate quite like moments do. But if you guys remember Torres yesterday, I've been talking about him all week, and the fact he's been selling for 490 all week. Last night, on the market, I saw a Torres pop at 430 and I just missed it. The overnight sales on him were 480, 490, 500k. Icons will continually pop. Now, all you've got to do to trade with icons at the moment, if you're relatively new to it, or relatively fresh to it, is go over to Futbin. Players, FIFA 21 players, and then we'll look at leagues, and we'll go icons, wherever they are. There they are. And you can set up your budget based upon what your max price is. So on Xbox, 500,000 coins. Let's say you got 5 million coins sat there. Don't know how many coins you got sat there. Here you go. It will bring up a list of all the icons you can see here. And you'll just see now, at 6 PM, you can do it before 6 PM, it will give you a rough idea of what these cards cost. Okay? But you can have this next to you. So then when you want to go onto the actual game, you can go onto the game and you can go, okay, cool. League, icons, at 6 PM. And you can do max price there, max buy now. Let's just say you're going to do max buy now, 500,000 coins. And you can flick through, and that's going to take you absolutely ages, okay, to try and get to anywhere. So what you can then do is narrow it down to yourself. Go, okay, cool, we go minimum buy now, 300, maximum buy now, 500. And then suddenly, you get towards the end a lot quicker. And it gives you the opportunity to pick cards up towards the end that have just been listed. So here, we've just had a mid-best at 462. So what I can do is compare price on him and see where he's at the moment. So no, that's not the greatest deal in the world. But I can also get it up onto Futbin myself. I can get another page up and I can search and go, okay, cool, best. Go mid-best. And I can get an idea of what George Best mid is selling for currently. What he's been selling for. So he's been selling for 449, 455, 470. Not interested in that. Next to him is Zola. You've got Zola at 360. And that's Moment Zola. Have a little look at him. He's been selling for, it was a 349 earlier on. He's been selling for in around 370 to 380. Again, I can flick through and see what there is on him. And there's a 360 there. 399. Nothing I'm that interested in. And again, you repeat this process with Barnes. What's the cheapest on the market for him right now? 240. Again, we'll have a look and see what Barnes sells for. So you've got the ability to flick through and break down prices for yourself, and you can increase that or decrease those filters as much as you want to do to work with them. You can change the max buy now, the max price, all those sort of stuff. But what you can literally do is that list that you've got, the little list we just set up a minute ago. Let me look at what Barnes has been selling for. 243, 255, 230, no interesting. But that little list that we set up a minute ago, let me just try and find it now, because I feel like I can't find it. There we go. This little list here, I can sit and work my way through this list. And the more I do that, the more I start to learn where the good deals are and where the good deals aren't. So I've got a rough idea of what these cards should be selling for. I'll go back onto the game. So I've got my filter there, which is great. And I can go and do that as much times as I want to do it. But then I can also just go, do you know what? Let me go and search all the Baggios, because I know they're in my price range. While I'm here, let me see if we've got decent undercuts. We know the Baggio's been at 432. There's a 432 sat there at the moment. Any bids on him at the moment? No. I can then check what he sold for if I really want to go and do it. Now let me go and check his 91, 93 even. Baggio 93. Have a little look at him. 226, 210, 205. Now on Futbin, it's saying the cheapest price on the Baggio currently is 210. But again, there's also one here on bid that I can try and pick up. So have a little look at Baggio right now. He's been selling for 205, 220s he's had, 202s. So again, I've now got a Baggio on my transfer pile that I know is within my budget, because I know I can trade with him, because I've got 5 million coins, or whatever it is, 2 million coins, whatever he ends up falling into. And I know I can trade with him, so I can leave him there and have a little look. Then I'll move on and look at Van Basten. I can afford both of them according to Futbin in terms of my budget. 235 was the cheapest on the market according to Futbin earlier on. Yeah, 235 is still the cheapest. That's not a good deal, but I can check again what he sells for. And I can go and do the same thing with his prime. And I can have a little look. But you can do this past 6 PM. When loads of these cars get listed. Because you've got a rough idea of what they've sold for. If you've done your research right now, and you know what they sell for, at 6 PM it's a piece of piss. It's easy. Doesn't take you long at all, because you can sit there and go, okay, cool. I know Van Basten was selling for 150 earlier on. Bang, there's a 120. Even if I sell him for 140, it's 13k profit. It's easy. I promise you, it's the easiest way to do it. And in my opinion, it's the best way to do it. This is the best way to do it by a mile. Let's look at Xavi. He's got a 93. Apparently been selling for about 420 to 440. It's a 400. That's just come onto the market right now. Let's have a little look and see what he sold for. Market sales history on him. Been selling for 410. He's had 420s. Not that interested in him at 400. But that's transfer targets, because if I can bid on him at 370 and sell him for 410, I'm very, very interested in him. And again, I build a picture in my mind of what I'm selling for, what I'm buying for, and that you can see that. Keep an eye on it here. Bit by bit, we build these cards up and see what sells, what doesn't sell, and I get a rough idea of that. Transfer list, what sold? That Gita Gabriel Jesus has sold, that Dumbia that I bought earlier on to show you guys has sold. The rest of it's still sitting there chilling out. But that's the end of the video. If you are new around here, as always, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.